Life is a journey filled with challenges, blessings, and choices. And if there's one lesson we all must learn, it is this: self-control determines the course of our lives. If you cannot control your words, emotions, finances, or thoughts, then you will always struggle to live in the fullness of what you were created for. But when you master these 4 areas, your mouth, mood, money, and mind, you will walk in wisdom, peace, and purpose. Words hold incredible power. They can shape lives, build relationships, and even change the course of history. What we say has the potential to bring healing, encouragement, and wisdom, or it can cause pain, division, and destruction. The way we use our tongue reflects the condition of our hearts and the wisdom we possess. Throughout life, we all experience moments when emotions run high and the temptation to speak out of frustration or anger is strong. In those moments, a single word spoken without thought can inflict wounds that take years to heal. On the other hand, a kind word, spoken in the right season, can uplift a weary heart and restore hope. This is why self-control in speech is essential. What we say not only affects others, but also determines the kind of person we become. Many people do not realize that their words set the atmosphere of their lives. If someone constantly speaks negatively, complaining, criticizing, or speaking words of doubt, they will soon find themselves surrounded by discouragement and difficulties. But those who choose to speak with wisdom, gratitude, and encouragement will cultivate an environment of peace and joy. Our words shape our perspective, influence our emotions, and impact the people around us. The challenge with controlling the tongue is that words often come quickly, especially in moments of stress, anger, or impatience. It is easy to blurt out something in frustration and regret it later. That is why it is important to slow down and think before speaking. A simple pause before responding can make all the difference. It allows us to evaluate whether our words are necessary, helpful, and spoken in love. A disciplined tongue is a sign of wisdom and maturity. Another important aspect of speech is honesty. Truth should always be the foundation of what we say, but truth must be spoken with kindness and discernment. Some people pride themselves on saying it like it is, but if honesty is not delivered with love, it can be as damaging as a lie. The goal should not only be to speak truth, but to do so in a way that edifies and helps others grow. A well-spoken word can guide someone toward a better path, encourage them in their struggles, and strengthen their faith in difficult times. One of the greatest uses of words is to build others up. Encouragement is a gift that costs nothing but has immeasurable value. A simple, "I believe in you," "You are not alone," or "You are capable of great things," can change someone's day or even their life. Everyone faces battles we may not see, and sometimes a single kind word is all they need to keep going. Mastering the tongue is not an easy task, but it is a necessary one. What we speak reflects who we are. Choosing words that bring life, wisdom, and encouragement will not only bless those around us, but will also shape us into the people we are meant to be. Emotions are a natural part of life. They are a gift, allowing us to experience joy, love, compassion, and excitement. However, they can also be a challenge when they lead to anger, frustration, fear, or sadness. The ability to manage emotions is essential for living a balanced and peaceful life. Without self-control, emotions can dictate decisions, harm relationships, and cloud judgment. Learning to handle emotions wisely is a mark of strength and maturity. Many people assume that emotions are uncontrollable, that they come and go without any ability to restrain them. While it is true that emotions arise naturally, how we respond to them is within our control. Feelings should never dictate actions because they are temporary and often misleading. When emotions are allowed to take control, people say things they don't mean, make decisions they later regret, and act in ways that bring unnecessary trouble into their lives. Recognizing emotions without being ruled by them is the key to emotional stability. One of the most dangerous emotions is anger. It rises quickly and demands immediate expression, often in ways that are harmful. A single moment of uncontrolled anger can destroy relationships, damage reputations, and create consequences that last for years. The wisest course of action when anger arises is to pause, taking a step back, breathing deeply, and allowing time for reason to take over can prevent harmful words and action. Responding calmly instead of reacting impulsively leads to better outcomes and preserves peace. Fear is another emotion that requires careful management. It has the ability to paralyze and keep people from moving forward in life. Fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown can keep individuals trapped in their comfort zones, never reaching their full potential. While fear is natural, it should not control decisions. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite it. By facing fears head-on, confidence grows and fear loses its power. Sadness and discouragement can also be overwhelming emotions. Life is full of disappointments, losses, and struggles, and it is natural to feel sorrow at times. However, dwelling in sadness for too long can lead to despair. The best way to manage sadness is to focus on hope, gratitude, and positive action. Surrounding oneself with supportive people, engaging in uplifting activities, and remembering past victories can help shift perspective and bring renewed strength. One of the most effective ways to manage emotions is through self-awareness, taking time to recognize feelings, understand their source, and choose a response rather than reacting impulsively can make a significant difference. Developing patience and practicing self-discipline allows for greater emotional control. Instead of allowing emotions to dictate behavior, wise individuals learn to navigate their feelings with wisdom and restraint. Mastering emotions leads to a life of stability, peace, and better relationships. Instead of being tossed around by every feeling, those who develop emotional control are able to respond with wisdom, patience, and strength, leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Financial discipline is one of the most important aspects of a stable and successful life. It is not simply about how much money a person makes, but how wisely they manage what they have. Many people struggle financially not because they lack income, but because they lack discipline in handling their finances. Without proper control, money can quickly become a source of stress, debt, and instability. Learning to manage finances wisely brings freedom, security, and peace of mind. One of the most crucial principles of financial discipline is living within one's means. Many people fall into the trap of spending more than they earn, relying on credit cards, loans, and unnecessary purchases that create long-term financial burdens. The desire to have more, whether it's a bigger house, a nicer car, or the latest technology, often leads to financial stress. True financial wisdom is found in contentment, recognizing that unnecessary spending does not lead to lasting happiness. Being mindful of every dollar spent ensures that resources are used wisely rather than wasted on fleeting pleasures. Budgeting is a key part of financial discipline. Without a plan, money tends to disappear quickly, leaving little for savings or emergencies. A budget is not a restriction, but a tool for freedom. It helps prioritize necessaries, control spending, and allocate funds toward meaningful goals. Those who create and follow a budget are far less likely to experience financial stress because they have a clear understanding of where their money is going. It provides a sense of control and ensures that financial discipline is aligned with long-term stability. Another critical aspect of financial discipline is avoiding unnecessary debt. While some debt, such as a mortgage or educational expenses, can be beneficial when managed correctly, many people accumulate debt due to poor spending habits. Credit cards, high-interest loans, and impulse purchases often lead to financial bondage. Debt steals future income, creating a cycle that is difficult to escape. The best financial decision is to live debt-free or work toward paying off existing debts as quickly as possible. Financial freedom is not about having more money, but about owing less. Saving and investing are essential habits for long-term financial security. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses will always arise. Whether it's a medical emergency, car repairs, or job loss, having savings provides a safety net that prevents financial panic. Investing wisely also ensures that money grows over time rather than losing value due to inflation. A disciplined person understands the importance of preparing for the future rather than spending everything in the present. Generosity is another important principle in financial management. Many people think that holding on to every dollar will bring security, but true financial peace comes from a balanced approach, earning wisely, saving diligently, and giving generously. When people develop a mindset of stewardship rather than ownership, they make better financial decisions and experience greater fulfillment. Financial discipline requires patience, self-control, and long-term vision. Those who practice it experience the rewards of stability, peace, and the ability to use their resources wisely. By making wise financial choices today, they create a future of security and freedom. The mind is a powerful tool that shapes the direction of life. Every action begins with a thought, and the quality of a person's thoughts determines the quality of their life. Mastering the mind is not about suppressing thoughts, but about guiding them with wisdom and intention. When the mind is left unchecked, it becomes a battleground filled with worry, doubt, negativity, and distractions. However, when thoughts are disciplined and directed toward truth, purpose, and positivity, life follows a path of stability, peace, and success. One of the greatest challenges in mastering thoughts is overcoming negativity. The mind naturally gravitates toward worry, fear, and self-doubt, especially in difficult situations. Many people live in a constant cycle of overthinking and imagining worst-case scenarios, which only leads to stress and discouragement. What occupies the mind eventually affects emotions, decisions, and even health. Replacing negative thoughts with uplifting and constructive ones creates a mindset of resilience and confidence. It is a conscious choice to focus on what is good, true, and beneficial, rather than allowing negativity to take control. Another aspect of mastering the mind is learning to silence distractions. In today's world, countless voices demand attention. Social media, news, entertainment, and the opinions of others. A cluttered mind leads to confusion and a lack of direction. Many people struggle with focus because they allow unnecessary distractions to consume their thoughts. Developing the ability to control what enters the mind is essential for clarity and wisdom. By being intentional about what is read, watched, and listened to, a person can create a mental environment that promotes peace and productivity rather than chaos and confusion. The battle of the mind is also one of self-discipline. Thoughts determine actions, and actions shape habits. When the mind is filled with excuses, procrastination, and lack of self-control, progress becomes impossible. However, when thoughts are disciplined toward perseverance, responsibility, and purpose, life moves forward with confidence and achievement. It is easy to allow the mind to be filled with distractions and discouragement, but true success comes when thoughts are aligned with a greater vision and guided by wisdom. Fear is another powerful force that often takes control of the mind. Fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown can paralyze a person from stepping into opportunities and fulfilling their potential. Mastering thoughts requires recognizing fear, but refusing to be controlled by it. Instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, focusing on possibilities and solutions leads to courage and progress. The mind must be trained to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. Gratitude is a key part of a well-disciplined mind. A person who constantly dwells on what they lack will always feel discontent, no matter how much they have. However, someone who trains their mind to focus on blessings, opportunities, and lessons in every situation will experience greater joy and peace. Gratitude shifts perspective, allowing the mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Mastering thoughts is a lifelong journey, but it is one of the most rewarding disciplines. A well-trained mind leads to a life of wisdom, clarity, and purpose. When thoughts are aligned with truth and direction, everything else in life falls into place. Spiritual and emotional balance is essential for living a life of peace, wisdom, and fulfillment. Without it, life becomes overwhelming, filled with stress, confusion, and instability. When the spirit and emotions are aligned in a healthy way, a person can navigate challenges with strength and maintain a sense of purpose regardless of circumstances. Achieving this balance requires intentional effort, self-awareness, and a deep connection to values that bring lasting stability. Emotions are powerful and can influence thoughts, decisions, and relationships. Feelings of joy, sorrow, frustration, and hope all play a role in shaping how people experience life. However, emotions are not always reliable. They fluctuate based on circumstances, and if not managed properly, they can lead to impulsive decisions and unnecessary turmoil. Spiritual grounding provides a foundation that keeps emotions in check. When life is anchored in faith, truth, and wisdom, emotions do not have to dictate actions. Instead of being controlled by fear, anger, or anxiety, a person can respond with patience, clarity, and understanding. Many people struggle with inner turmoil because they rely solely on emotions to guide them. When things go well, they feel happy and secure, but when difficulties arise, they become discouraged and hopeless. True balance comes from having a source of stability that does not change with circumstances. Spiritual strength allows a person to find peace even in difficult times. It offers a perspective that goes beyond the immediate situation, reminding them that struggles are temporary and that there is always hope beyond the present moment. Self-awareness plays a major role in maintaining balance. Many people go through life reacting to situations without fully understanding their emotions or the deeper spiritual needs within them. Taking time for reflection, prayer, or quiet moments of solitude helps create clarity. It allows a person to identify what is truly causing distress and find solutions that are rooted in wisdom rather than impulse. When emotions are left unchecked, they can create patterns of negativity, stress, and unhealthy behaviors. But when they are recognized and guided by spiritual principles, they become tools for growth and deeper understanding. Relationships also play a significant role in spiritual and emotional well-being. Surrounding oneself with people who encourage growth, provide support, and reflect strong values is essential. Negative influences can create unnecessary emotional burdens, while positive relationships bring encouragement and stability. Seeking wisdom from those who have experienced similar struggles can provide valuable insight and reassurance. No one is meant to navigate life alone, and maintaining strong, supportive connections helps create a well-balanced life. A person who seeks spiritual and emotional balance understands the importance of patience and grace. There will be times when emotions feel overwhelming and life seems uncertain, but instead of being consumed by these feelings, they recognize that peace is found in trusting a greater purpose and staying committed to growth. Through self-discipline, reflection, and faith, they develop resilience and inner strength. This balance does not eliminate life's challenges, but it provides the wisdom and peace needed to face them with confidence. Self-control is one of the most valuable qualities a person can develop. It affects every area of life: decisions, relationships, finances, emotions, and personal growth. Those who master self-control experience a life of stability, peace, and purpose, while those who lack it often find themselves trapped in cycles of regret, frustration, and missed opportunities. The ability to govern one's actions, words, and thoughts leads to great rewards both in the present and in the future. One of the greatest benefits of self-control is the ability to make wise decisions. Impulsive choices driven by emotions or temporary desires often lead to negative consequences. Whether it is speaking in anger, spending recklessly, or giving in to harmful habits, a lack of discipline results in unnecessary struggles. However, when a person exercises self-control, they pause before acting, considering the long-term impact of their choices. They learn to say no to things that bring temporary pleasure but cause long-term damage, and yes to things that require patience but lead to lasting rewards. Another significant reward of self-control is peace. A person who lacks discipline is often overwhelmed by stress, frustration, and regret. They may constantly battle guilt over poor decisions, struggle with broken relationships, or find themselves in financial hardship due to impulsive spending. But those who develop self-control experience freedom from these burdens. They do not live in fear of the consequences of reckless actions because they have learned to manage their impulses and emotions wisely. This brings a deep sense of inner peace and confidence, knowing that their life is built on a foundation of wisdom and discipline. Strong relationships are also a result of self-control. Many conflicts arise because people react without thinking, saying things they later regret, or allowing emotions to dictate their actions. A lack of restraint can damage friendships, marriages, and professional relationships. However, when a person exercises self-control, they learn to listen before speaking, respond with patience rather than anger, and approach disagreements with wisdom. This creates trust, respect, and harmony in relationships, leading to deeper and more meaningful connections with others. Self-control also leads to personal growth and success. Those who discipline themselves to work hard, stay committed to their goals, and resist distractions achieve far more than those who allow laziness or procrastination to take over. Whether it is pursuing a career, developing a skill, or maintaining a healthy lifestyle, success is built on consistent effort and discipline. The most accomplished individuals are not necessarily the most talented or intelligent, but they are the ones who refuse to give up, remain focused, and practice self-discipline in their daily lives. The rewards of self-control extend beyond the individual. A person who masters discipline becomes a source of inspiration and strength for others. Their ability to remain calm in difficult situations, make wise choices, and persevere through challenges serves as an example to those around them. Self-control not only transforms one's own life, but also positively impacts family, friends, and the community. Those who embrace this virtue experience a life of greater fulfillment, purpose, and lasting success. Self-control is the foundation of a successful and fulfilling life. Mastering the tongue, emotions, finances, and thoughts leads to stability, peace, and wisdom. Without discipline, life becomes chaotic, filled with unnecessary struggles and regret. However, when a person exercises self-control, they experience freedom, make wise decisions, build strong relationships, and achieve lasting success. True balance comes from aligning emotions and thoughts with wisdom, practicing financial discipline, and maintaining spiritual and emotional stability. The rewards of self-control extend beyond personal benefits, influencing others and creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. By committing to self-discipline in every area of life, one can experience true peace, strength, and lasting rewards.